website. That's www.omegachurchradio.com. You can also watch on Facebook at Omega Church. On YouTube, you can watch the live church service at Omega Church or Omega Radio. You can also call us at 876-319-1148 or 876-613-9129. The toll-free number is 877-494-0253. That was a paid advertisement by Omega Radio.
It's now time for Jamaica's first and the number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk. Call us and let us have a discussion.
All right, greetings and salutations, and welcome to what will be an abbreviated version of the Sports Desk this afternoon. We told you from yesterday that Zidane will be going to Draxall. The team has already left out to do that game between Mount Pleasant and Veer. So that game will start at 3 o'clock. So listen out for that. So it's going to be a shortened version of the Sports Desk. Wagwan in the cricket world, Jamaica make three, isn't much to make, 330, and we have the windwards 120 something for 6. Surprise. Blackwood, Jermaine Blackwood, made 100 and didn't add a lot to his overnight total this month. Cayman was having a little difficulty in terms of a fluent start and committed that cardinal error that has affected his entire career. Catching height, down the ground, out Katamidaf. But almost as if to atone for that, the man them gone 120 at 6. Guess who gone 3 wickets? Yes, Jermaine Blackwood. Surprise, you know? Jermaine Blackwood grew up in my neck of the woods, you know. And Jermaine was, as a little boy, was an half spinner. But him could always bowl a little medium works. Yeah, man. Jermaine no gone 3, man. I pitched right in front of the man I do a little thing with the ball, me understand. So, all right, that is that. But here's how I'm going to start the program today. You remember Zidane and Correction had this little argument yesterday about LeBron James' son, and if a LeBron I push him in the league and it's embarrassing for the youth and all that kind of thing. So I decided that I am going to call who I am now going to describe as my basketball guru. You may remember a little boy at 5 years old who said, my name is DeAndre Higgins. I'm 5 years old, and you're listening to the Sports Desk with my father, Orville Higgins, and please don't talk any bramble today. That little boy has now grown up, lives in Washington in the States, wants to be a basketballer himself, follows the game far more than him father. Him me I got ask about some of them. Give me him 5 minutes, people. Mr. DeAndre Higgins, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad at all. I'm not too bad.
That's good.
What time is it now? Where are you at?
10:05.
In the morning?
Yes, man.
So how you not at school, by the way? I should ask you that when I call you.
We don't have school this week because it's finals week.
Finals? What?
For tests and stuff like that.
Oh.
Test week.
Okay. I don't call finals. All right, so let me ask you this. There's a big argument on my program yesterday, and I see the Americans debating it as well, that LeBron James is the one pushing his son in the NBA. The youngster not doing particularly great, and that LeBron should basically pull him from playing in the NBA. Let me get your views on
that. Well, when you're talking about Bronny James, it's a very complicated topic. But for the people saying that Bronny James isn't an NBA talent, that is not true whatsoever.
You think
we've seen Bronny James play in the G League? What you say?
No, man, keep going.
I said we've seen Bronny James play in the G League, and he's played very well. Right now, currently, he's the second leading scorer on the South Bay Lakers. Mm-hmm. He just hasn't really panned out in the NBA, but you have to understand that he's a rookie. He's a 55th pick, and he gets no more than 5 minutes a game.
Right.
So it's hard to prove yourself when you're on limited minutes. That's one. And two, it's hard to prove yourself when you've been having a spotlight on your head since you were a little boy.
Yeah.
So I feel like we criticize Brandon James more than we do other players because his father is LeBron James. But if you really look at like Brandon James and look at him play, you can tell this is a person that will strive in the NBA in the future.
You think he's NBA material down the road?
Yes, definitely, most definitely.
Enough people not think so, you know. What do you see about him that you think he may be a decent NBA player one day?
Well, I've seen him play in the G League, and that's the second highest league of competition in the world. And he's the second leading scorer. He's very good defensively. He's a pass first player. He's a team player. Only things that we haven't really seen him do is score the ball. But you have to understand his father is LeBron James, who's a pass first player as well. You know? So the person we've seen growing up is LeBron James, which is a team player, a passer, a rebounder, a defender. So I feel like people want to see him score to judge how good he is, but we're not looking at the other parts of his game.
Okay. If he was not LeBron James's son, would he have been drafted?
No, he would not have been drafted, not this year. But that doesn't take away anything from his talent.
Do you think he's embarrassed at how he's playing in the NBA? People said that I hear Stephen A. Smith saying, withdraw him now. Stop the embarrassment on the kid. You're pushing him where he doesn't want to go. Your take on that?
I don't think there's nothing embarrassing at all. As I said, he's had the spotlight on him since he was a little boy.
Yeah.
So for little things that other rookies are doing, I've seen rookies play worse than him. But because he's LeBron James' son, we all have a spotlight on him. And I think he knows that. I think LeBron James knows that. I think the coaching staff knows that. I feel like we are hypocrites as fans to criticize him, although we know that this is LeBron James' son.
Which means that he knows that the spotlight would be on him. Do you think he's handling it well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think I could handle it as well as he's doing right now.
All right. So the fact that he's
Every
averaging
time he
something
goes
like
out there,
he's averaging something like
what you
0.
said?
I heard Stephen giving his stats. Less than a point a game, less than an assist a game, less than a rebound. Well, granted, these are the only limited minutes. Would you continue to play him if you were the Lakers organization?
No. I feel like even though I'm saying all these good things about him, I think it's clear now that we've seen that in the limited minutes he's not producing good enough.
Yeah.
But I also think that we should put him in the G League now, let him develop, and then call him up maybe next year or the year after that.
Okay. All right.
But I think we say what you said.
No, man. I'm saying. All right. So we hear you on the Brandon James factor. What about the NBA itself? Who wins this year and why?
I think this year the Celtics are going to win again. I don't think we've seen another team that is as competitive as them, as versatile as them, as team play organized as them. There's not another team in the NBA that is as team oriented as them. I feel like now, especially in the NBA, it's a lot of ISO ball, a lot of I want to score, I want to get stats, I want to get this. But when you look at the Celtics, it's really let's just win and then worry about the stats later.
Oh, Denver are they still a contender?
Yes, they are a contender. Adding Russell Westbrook has helped them, but I feel like the problem with Denver is when Nikola Jokic isn't producing, what happens? Oh. The whole offense collapses. It's all this foolishness. But when Nikola Jokic is on the field, they're top 5 teams in NBA. But we have to figure out how to play without Nikola Jokic.
Oh, all right. One question that I'd ask earlier in the season before you run, Mr. Higgins, sir, is Cavalier. Yeah. Cleveland is leading in the East.
Yeah.
Are they likely to go all the way?
No.
Why is that?
No, they're a regular season. We've seen this from the Cleveland Cavaliers before. They're a regular season team. I know, and people who watch the NBA know, as soon as the playoffs come around, we're not going to see anything from them.
Why not?
They don't have any. They don't have any One, their offense isn't good for the playoffs. I feel like when you watch them, they get a lot of foul calls, a lot of flagging, and when it's playoffs time, the refs kind of hold their whistle a lot more.
Mm.
And also, we've seen how Darius Garland and that Mitchell cannot coexist in a playoff environment, and those are their two best players.
Say that again. You kind of
You
check
know,
out a little bit.
I said we've seen that Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland do not coexist in a playoff environment. They always crumble in a playoff environment.
Oh.
So I feel like the Cleveland Cavaliers are a great team. I respect what they've been doing this season, but they're just not a playoff team. They are a regular season team.
Over in the West, is Thunder leading?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Do they stand a chance?
I feel like with the Thunder, they're a young team and they're lacking a veteran presence on the roster.
Oh.
So I feel like right now, we give them 2-3 years more, they'll be the new Spurs, the new Bulls, some of the dynasties we've seen in the past. But right now, that squad is a little too young for them.
All right. Final one. Who's the top? Who do you think, if the season, the top player at this point, who will get the regular season MVP for you?
Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA.
Still.
By far. No competition.
Oh.
No competition.
Second best.
I've heard some people say Giannis because Giannis does it on both ends of the court, defensively and offensively. But I feel like when you look at Jokic, we've never seen somebody as good at every part of the offensive side of the basketball. Ever.
Wow. Zidane going like this, you know? You remember my co-host?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, man, him feel like Nikola Jokic is the best, what did he say? Best overall offensive center ever in the NBA?
I don't agree with that, do you know?
You remember what Zidane did say? Who would be the best offensive center when you combine passes and score?
Will Chamberlain. And then Hakeem Olajuwon is, I would say third. I would say Will Chamberlain, Nikola, then it's close between Nikola and Hakeem.
All right. Make we leave it right there, so. You sound like you grew with a father who taught you to be bright. You know, I'm proud of you.
You think so?
Yes.
I think so too, you know.
You think so too,
you know.
Big up yourself, my boss. You should be studying now, but I'm going to make you famous in Jamaica, you know.
You think so?
Yes.
All right, man. Go see, man.
So that by the time, if you want to leave the States and come home, there's a broadcasting career waiting for you.
I'll be waiting for it too, my father.
Big up. We'll talk later. Big up yourself.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
People, want to tell me, him sound Orville Higgins-ish? Want to text my phone and tell me how the young man sound. We take a break. Remember, we're working with 613-9129. 613-9129. That's the number we're using this afternoon. 613-9129. Let's start the ball rolling when they come.
Clear your barrows and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request a customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs.
Pure energy and excitement as thousands hit the streets, running, walking, and wheeling with a purpose. The Sagicor Sigma Run isn't just a road race, it's a celebration of people coming together to make a difference. Don't miss the Caribbean's biggest running event, Sagicor Sigma Run 2025. Visit SagicorSigmaRun.com and register now. Run for the fun, donate for the cause. Sponsored by Walden, Pan Jam, National Baking Company, Reggae Marathon, Catherine Speak, Millet Media, and Whistling Frog.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so 613-9129. Those are the numbers. We go to the first call. Remember, we're closing early today, so get them coming in. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Higgins. Good afternoon.
Mama B, how you doing, boss?
Not Mama B, Mount Salem.
Mount Salem, Lord of mercy. I mix up the name. Big up Mount Salem.
Yeah, man, that's all right. Short show, so we're going out quickly.
Yeah.
Well, when I said to the young star a while ago, say, Cleveland, if you think Cleveland will go all the way, What do you mean? All the way to win it all the way to the final.
Well, all the way. Final or win. It didn't matter. Go.
The reason why I ask you because you already tell you the same thing Celtics are going to win.
Oh, you mean?
So,
yeah.
You already tell the same thing Celtics are going to win.
Does Cavalier have a chance?
If him tell us say, Cleveland are going to go all the way. Must to the final because two teams can win.
All right, cool.
Yes, yes. But, yeah, to continue, correction first. Me know I'm talking about the basketball neophyte. But even a basketball neophyte, look at this now. Remember you and your son was just talking about Nikola Jokic, right?
Yes.
Remember Miss Higgins, even if them play now, if them play now, if Rockets and Denver play now, and it is a playoff game, it will be a different dynamics than the regular season, Mr. Higgins.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how correction I go say it gives them no chance, no, based on how them playing. As if them are going to play same way. What is assuming they are going to play a playoff game how them play the regular season. And that can add up.
Okay.
A team that has won the league 2 years ago basically have some of the same players. You tell me that you're not even 4-3. You think them could have win Miss Higgins?
Boy, I watch a lot of basketball in the regular season. I just think it long and drawn out, 80 games. But it's a playoff.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a playoff, man.
That
when the playoffs start,
that means
I will tell you.
82 game season, Miss Higgins. Remember, you don't need to win all 82 games to make the playoffs, you know.
Yeah.
You're basically if you're in the top 6, you know, you basically avoid the playing tournament and all of that, you know. So you can actually basically pace yourself, you know. So if you are fourth in the league and the other team that's second, you tell me so the second I play against fourth, and you know give the fourth team no chance, and the fourth team is a championship team, and you say he's a basketball guru. Correction, you bramble, man.
Well, I mean, I know.
You bramble. So
he must come defend himself on that one.
Yeah, make him defend that. I'm still thinking the bramble. But the other thing I was looking at the thing what CC call about with Sachin, Brian Lara and Steve Smith. And you can totally dismiss Sachin in the first of all, Mr. Higgins, to not make 500 runs in no series at all and play so long, and still it end up with a 53 average.
Yeah.
That means it has to show some consistency, you know, Mr. Higgins. To not make those big scores like the Brian Laras of this world and still end up with a higher average. Either the not total will help you, or the runs you basically make them more consistently.
Yeah, I think the fact that you never make 500 runs should be held against you, because he's always been very consistent throughout his career. What I mean, you want his consistency. Me not put up a number at the end of a series. If you were making runs throughout the series, that's good enough for me.
Right. He makes his runs are 493.
As opposed to a man who have a 700 run season or series and then end up averaging 43 in his career. I watch the overall average rather than
that's what I'm trying to tell CC. And the other thing is, I see him conveniently. I do the same thing what Diego doing on Mr. Higgins. To dismiss Bradman, you know, them put a thing about the 60. Them start 60. Why they can't start 50?
Come again?
Why they can't start at a 50? No, what I'm saying in the equation about the amount of runs so you make for your team. Him say he might use it for players that has played 60 tests or more.
Okay.
To eliminate Bradman. Why can't they start at 50? Because they know if they start at 50, Bradman goes for everybody.
Yes, indeed. That's like a smart thing, you know. Anyway.
Yes, that's what they do. Yes, and the last quick thing, I'm going to come with some figures because I'm looking at something, Mr. Higgins, and while you give Steve Smith Michael Clark played about 5 years with Steve Smith. Ricky Ponting was at the back end of his career. He CC me start 2010 and he left 2012. But outside of Michael Clark and Lamashane, there is not more, there's not any more any other batsman that is over 50 average, you know.
Okay.
And it is not as far apart as people think, you know. So I'm gonna come with some average tomorrow. Because tomorrow is a longer show. So I'm gonna look back on it, do some calculation and come with some statistics to prove the point that I'm trying to make.
All right, do that, my boss. Do that. Do that.
All right, yeah.
All right, 613-9129. Those are the numbers. When one is off, then you can punch in your spot in the line. 613-9129. Remember, we have football. Mount Pleasant versus Veer. That game starts at 3 o'clock. So, we're joining the crew at about 5 minutes to 3 o'clock. One of the arguments that came up yesterday was which of the victories, when we beat Australia in that test match in Australia, or West Indies beating Pakistan in that second test, which one was I more impressed with? Clearly, people, if we take the sentiment out of it, our bias towards fast ball, it is obvious that what happened in Pakistan is a more impressive way from a team perspective. If you should ask before a game, is West Indies more likely to find a pace bowler upon a given day we can run through Australia, or for 3 spin bowlers in Pakistan to beat Pakistan, them one alone bowling at the second? Which one would you think is more likely to happen? Clearly, you would say, boy, one of the West Indies fast bowler, and if him get conditions where suit him, you could understand him can just have a day and just run with some man. We wouldn't have expected 3 spinners in Pakistan to bowl out Pakistan 2 times for a little bit in a test match. And what makes it even more interesting is the same 3 fast bowlers, the same 3 tail enders, top scored in the test match as well. I mean, that is unheard of. We go back on line. Hello. Hello. What's happening there, Star? Call drop again? Oh, Lord. Did you know who it was? Try back again, people. Try back again. Apparently, somebody was in the system. Somebody got sent through. And then somebody got dropped. We've been having a little issue, but let's hope it's good. It's better today. Hello? All right. So, we try again. 613-9129. 613-9129. Yeah, so as I was saying, if you the West Indies still 9, 10, and 11 top scored in both test matches, you're not going to bet on that. No, in fact, it's the only time in test cricket that has ever happened. We've had a one fast bowler doing things before, right? We've never had 9, 10, and 11 top scoring in our test match before, and it happened in both games, but we're talking about the game where we win. You wouldn't bet our money on that. So for me, far more impressive and unlikely performance. We go back online. Hello now. Let's see if it works. Hello? What's happening? Not there. It's dropped again. All right. Do we try the other number then? Or are we still continue with this one? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, people. Let's try again. Another one is there. Hello? from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just bet, your game, your passion. All righty then, so it is Jesse Blake's time on the sports desk, and we join him right now. Without further ado, as Shakespeare would say. Jesse, how you doing?
I am well. Good afternoon, Orville Higgins. How are you?
All right, boss. Big up thyself. Big up thyself. Let's get straight.
Blessings, man.
Let's get straight into it now. The EPL.
Yeah, why not? Let's get right into it. Yes, we can do that. We can start off by looking, of course, at a number of matchups scheduled to come on tap starting Saturday. It will be at about, I believe, 10 a.m. Local time. It will be time for Bournemouth hosting the Reds of Liverpool. Of course, high-flying Liverpool, they sit atop of the Premier League table. They remain in control of the title race, albeit they'll have to do it all, or they will have it all to do against the Cherries of Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth, they look on course for a sensational challenge for European qualification. They recently smashed in-form Nottingham Forest by 5-0. Still, Arne Slot was able to make sweeping changes for Liverpool's 3-2 loss to PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League yesterday. Really a defeat that means little in the grand scheme of things, given that Liverpool still finished top of the Champions League table. Let's get right into the Just Bet final result bet option for this game. A reminder for you that the final result bet option is a simple, straight up basic option, showcasing odds on each team to win and odds on the draw. Of course, it's the basic option. We have a whole heap more options that you can bet on and win big with us at Just Bet. Well, for the final result bet option, it is Liverpool that's favored to win this game. The Road Warriors are Liverpool in this one. And the favorite at $1.66. Bournemouth come in at $4.33 for the upset. And the draw attracts odds of $4.20. One of the many betting options that you can take advantage of is the Just Bet Correct Score betting option. And for those who've never heard of this before, it simply means, can you predict the score of a game and that's the correct score at the end of regulation and stoppage time? Well, it can pay off decently for you. And here's the thing, you can place a bet on any score line that you think is the perfect or correct score for each and every football game. Now, for Bournemouth hosting Liverpool this Saturday at 10 a.m. Jamaica time, take advantage of a number of correct score bets, which include, if it is that Liverpool wins by a correct score of 2-1, a $500 bet would pay $4,250 in winnings. Liverpool by 2-0, $5,000 even with a $500 bet. Liverpool 3-1, $6,000 even with a $500 wager. For Bournemouth, correct score bets include if they win 2-1, $7,500 on offer with a $500 bet. Bournemouth by a 0-0 would pay $9,500 in winnings with $500 work. Bournemouth by 3-1 would return a cool $18,000 in winnings for your $500 wager. Liverpool for me by a 0-0. $4,000 even with a $500 bet, taking Liverpool $1.66 straight up.
You said what? What was your score line?
1-0.
No man, they won't beat them.
One love.
They won't beat them bigger than that. Bournemouth, go and get 2 love. You did took me also about 5. That's all
right, cool. 2 love. All right.
Bournemouth will get 2.
Liverpool by 2-0 would pay $5,000 even with a $500 bet.
All righty then. So we move to another EPL game where this one is one of the games that people think could, well, clearly the game of the round, but one of the clashes that people wanted to see. Arsenal welcoming the stumbling or the inconsistent Manchester City.
Yeah, that's correct. This one scheduled to kick off Sunday. Prime time for football, 11:30 in the morning, Jamaica time. Of course, Arsenal, they're hosting Manchester City in this blockbuster Premier League clash as last season's top 2 look to keep pace with the top team thus far this season in the form of Liverpool. Well, victory in their last game kept the Gunners to within 6 points of Liverpool. They still have a game in hand, though, on their nearest rivals. Now, City seems to be getting back to their old selves. They've now won 4 of the last 5 in the league to haul themselves back into 4th on the EPL table. Both sides were in Champions League action yesterday. Arsenal won away to Girona of Spain with automatic qualification for the knockout stages of the Champions League, effectively secured. City, meanwhile, beat Club Brugge by 3-1 to avoid being eliminated and extend their period in the Champions League. Now, for EPL action this Sunday, 11:30 in the morning Jamaica time, here are the final result bet option odds for these teams and odds on the draw. Here we go. Arsenal at home is favored to win this game at $2.05. The Citizens of Manchester City at $3.25 for the upset, and the draw attracts odds of $3.50. Now, do remember, there's no better way to maximize on your winning potential than with the Just Bet Correct Score betting option. For this game, bets that you can exploit with the correct score betting option include Arsenal by 2-1. A $500 bet would pay $4,500 in winnings. If it's Arsenal by 3-1, better payout there. $8,000 to be precise with a $500 bet. Arsenal winning in a 5-goal thriller by 3-2 nets you $13,000 even with a $500 bet. Now for the visitors in the form of the Citizens of Manchester City, a number of correct score bets that you can exploit. And those include, if it is that City wins by 2-1, a $500 bet would pay $6,000 even. If City beats Arsenal on Sunday by 3-1, a $500 bet pays $45,500 in winnings. It gets even better, because if City wins in a 6-goal thriller by 4-2, a $500 bet nets you all of $50,500 in winnings. You can't find better winnings than with a Just Bet Correct Score betting option in sports betting. Now, for me, this one is tough. I'm not going with a drawn result in this one. No. The Gunners of Arsenal by 3-2 at home. $13,000 even with a $500 bet, and taking the Gunners of Arsenal to win at $2.05 straight up.
Given the form of Arsenal, given the form of Manchester City, it is I would think the wiser choice to go with Arsenal. So I'm not going to buck the trend. I'm going with Arsenal over my team. 2-1.
I want to tell you something, Orville. I'm going to actually take 5 bills as well and put on City to win by 4-2. That would net me $50,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. You said Arsenal 2-1, my friend?
Yes, sir.
All right. Arsenal by 2-1 would pay $4,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. I'm not seeing a draw this time around for this game. Trust me on that.
All right. And the final one is Inter Milan plays at AC Milan. What kind of this is in Italy? Oh, the Milan
derby. This is the Serie A, the Milan derby. Whoopsie.
Yeah, man.
The Milan derby. This one takes place, as you rightly said, Orville, Sunday at high noon Jamaica time. Well, let's go back in time a bit. Last season, AC Milan lost to Inter in the Milan derby last April, which clinched the title for Inter and gave them their 20th Scudetto overall. This season, though, Inter, they're not struggling at all. They've suffered just 2 defeats in 32 matches across all competitions. Funnily enough, both of those defeats have come against AC Milan. Now, since winning the Italian Super Cup in early January, Milan, that's AC Milan, they've underperformed ever since. They've been all underwhelming despite some coaching changes. Inter, on the other hand, are definitely one of the favorites for the Champions League, one of the favorites for the Serie A as well to defend their title, and they're looking pretty good, firing on all cylinders. Defeated Monaco in Champions League play, and of course they hammered Minos, Italian Serie A Minos Lecce last weekend by a scoreline of 4-0. That should have probably been 8-0, really, but it was still Inter handling business decisively against Lecce last weekend. The run of form right now reflects in the Just Bet odds. Let's start off with the final result bet option. Inter Milan to win against AC Milan this Sunday at noon are favored at $1.82. AC Milan to win the Milan derby attract odds of $4 even, and the draw comes in at $3.50. Correct score bets that you can exploit for this game include, if it is Inter by a 0-0, a $500 bet would pay $4,000 even. Inter Milan 2-0, $4,500 on offer with a $500 bet. AC Milan by a correct score of 2-1 or a 0-0 would pay $6,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. If Milan upsets that AC Milan upsets Inter Milan by 2-0, you're looking at $10,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Do remember you can bet on a draw as a correct score bet. A 2-all draw in this game nets you $7,000 even with a $500 bet. Wow. Inter Milan 3-2. $7,000 even with a $500 bet, and taking Inter to win $1.83 straight up.
1-all draw for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's not a bad shot at all. At San Siro, that home team for AC Milan can inspire them to play a bit above their usual selves. Inter won't want to give all 3 points away, so they'll play pretty tough. The draw is a good shout, Orville, and a 1-all draw is a good shout in the Italian Serie A. A 1-all draw in this game nets you $3,250 in winnings with a $500 bet.
All right, bossy, that is it. Take us to the break.
Thank you very much, of course, for all of your favorite games. Make it justbetja.com, supremegames.com, the Supreme Ventures Gaming app, or pop into one of our over 100 JustBet locations island-wide. Now. Let's start the preview as well for Super Bowl 59, scheduled for Sunday, February 9. That's next week, Sunday, in New Orleans. And it will be the NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles against the AFC champion, attempting the first three-peat in Super Bowl history, the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are favored to win at $1.74. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Nick Sirianni, and the Philadelphia Eagles are the underdog at $2 even. So many bets that you can exploit for this one. The main bets include who will win the coin toss. Yeah, both heads and tails attract odds of $1.90. You can take a flutter on the spread for this game. You can take a flutter on an overall line of points as well for this game. Who first will get to 10 points, to 15 points, to 20 points, to 25 points, to 30, 35 points, 40 points. You can bet on that as well. Will there be overtime? Yay or nay? You can bet on that as well. Will there be overtime for Super Bowl 59? The odds on overtime, yes, are at $7.75. No overtime at odds of $1.03. Make it justbetja.com for all of your bets in relation to Super Bowl 59. We will jump into more of the special bets that we at JustBet have for you for Super Bowl 59. All of that available and more at justbetja.com, supremegames.com, the Supreme Ventures Gaming app, or JustBet locations island-wide. We look forward to serving you. Of course, all to you, your team, and the listeners from all of us at JustBet. Stay safe, enjoy the games, have a great weekend. Go Gunners, and catch you guys next week. Take care.
All right, just a big up thyself, sir. And
yes,
with that, we end this evening's or this afternoon's edition of The Winner's Edge. Can we give apparently the 613 number isn't working today. So we give the other one. All right, give out both. 613-9129. Keep trying that. If it, hopefully it works. And the other one, 676-6968. So either of the two. 676-6968 or 613-9129. We're coming back after the break. That was the Just Bet Winner's Edge, sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion. For more information, visit justbetja.com.
So refreshing. What's so refreshing, Sonia? The water is refreshing. Try it now. Where you get that from? No clean manufacturing water. So refreshing. Me like it. Clean water. Located at 20 Syndham Commercial, Old Harbour, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Telephone number 876-335-0448 or 876-648-7192 or email cleanconcept@gmail.com.
Blessings. Have you been blessed by the Real Talk Show with Bishop Manning? Well, you can listen to the Real Talk Show Mondays to Fridays, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the Omega Radio app. Just go to your app store and look for Omega Radio or listen live on the Omega Church Broadcasting Network website. That's www.omegachurchradio.com. You can also watch on Facebook at Omega Church. On YouTube, you can watch the live church service at Omega Church or Omega Radio. You can also call us at 876-319-1148 or 876-613-9129. The toll-free number is 877-494-0253. That was a paid advertisement by Omega Radio.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we can only hope that the lines are working. 613-9129. The other number, 676-6968. Remember, we're closing out early today. The crew is headed towards Draxall in St. Ann, where we will be carrying the game live. Mount Pleasant versus Veerfield. So listen out for that. 613-9129. Try the number. I want to know if it's working. And the other number, 676-6968. Call that number, text my phone, and tell me, what are you hearing? Because we keep hearing that you're getting recordings, and it will help, certainly will help me to know what to pass on. If we in case we want to send that message out. So somebody call me and then text me. What is it that you're hearing? Or maybe the lines have decided that they'll be working with us this time around. So keep trying. 676. Well, clearly here's one coming in. 676-6968. All right. So we take the first one. Hopefully now it happens. Hello?
Yeah, hopefully third.
Thank the Lord for small mercies. Big up, Rooney.
Well, go on.
Medea.
Me here, I will go Guru.
Both what?
Pakistan win a better win than Australia.
Far more impressive.
Eh?
Far more impressive team performance.
And as a Guru, you said that, my boss.
You want me to say it one more time? Beating Pakistan in Pakistan the way we did was a far more impressive team effort than what we did in Australia. Far more that you have to be, that wows you about the teams with. Far more. Two things that made it so. Our
So the
our tail
poor wicket
letters,
condition have nothing to do with it.
which poor wicket? It wasn't a poor
The
wicket.
wicket is a poor, atrocious wicket.
No,
Orville again, if you
Why?
ask me.
Why is that spinning
You don't
wicket?
think so?
No. Why is that spinning wicket a poor wicket?
That's really wicket a poor wicket.
Why
He
is
just
that?
believes it's a poor wicket. You understand
What
me?
made it poor though? If it's taking
No,
spin,
It was a poor. You hear Nikita Miller said it. It was a horrible wicket.
no, sir, I disagreed with Nicky.
Horrible.
I don't.
You
Why
dis- and
is
that's
it
fine. Not
horrible?
a problem. You disagree. And I say, as a guru, you must look on everything, my boss.
But I look at everything
And
and
I
I
think
don't think
the-
it was no horrible
And I
wicket.
think
It's
the
a
win in
wicket
Australia is
team.
a far more impressive win
No, but
than something there.
no,
than
let's
the one in Pakistan.
before we get to Australia. How can
Mhm.
you say that the wicket was horrible?
The wicket was horrible, Orville.
What does
In
horrible?
a the entire test, a two-pace ball,
So what?
a two-pace play. A matter of fact,
So what?
That simply tell you about the wicket.
No man, it's not bad. It was a wicket that favored spin.
It
What-
was a poor
so
wicket,
what?
Orville.
Spin.
You have to admit certain things. It was a poor wicket.
So if the wicket
Horrible, if you
hold
ask
on,
me.
hold on. So when Pierce bowler
20
knows,
wickets
hold on,
fall in a one day, Orville.
let me ask you something, now, man.
You ever see 20 wickets fall in a one day anywhere else?
No, me not remember.
And you got to tell me that is a good wicket for batting?
I
Or
never
that is
said,
a good wicket for cricket?
yes. Why not a good wicket for cricket? The wicket was
20 wickets fall in a one day,
if
and
it was
it's a good
20
wicket for
if
cricket?
it was 20 wickets that had fallen to pace bowling, would it have been a bad wicket?
You never see that yet.
Me don't know it, but probably that has happened. Me don't know. I am saying if it was pace
It
bowler, get
happened
something.
20 wickets fall in a one day
I'm saying
on a good wicket,
I don't know.
on a decent
But
wicket.
you're not answer me ask you.
Because you have wicket where steam run and condition where steam run and everything that. I mean,
Yeah.
never see 20 wicket fall yet.
And
Over
me-
England,
and
down at South Africa,
Lord
down
Jesus,
at
give me a
Australia,
chance to
wicket
ask.
that bounce and me never see 20 wicket
And
fall in a
me-
one day. Well,
and
it's
I'm-
probably happened, but me never see it.
Jesus Christ, the man is a lecture. I'm
You
sure it
cannot
would
tell
have,
me no.
you're saying
Sorry, I
that
apologize. Go
you're
on.
saying that every time 20 wickets fall, the wicket was bad. When
No,
Western
I'm
is
not saying that.
when Western is bowl out a
I'm
team,
not saying
to
that.
lick a
I'm
bit,
just
a
saying,
bad wicket, them
if
bowl them
you
out
can
a-
only play what in Test cricket, Orville, in Test cricket, over the years that you watching and commentating on cricket,
yeah.
have you ever seen two spinner playing an entire match? Two pace bowler, and them never use them.
Yeah, man, those would have happened. Other teams would have picked.
It has happened.
Yeah, man. India used to pick predominantly spinners at one stage in them history. But may I say to you, the question I want to ask.
Where them do it?
Jesus,
Where them do it, Orville?
when Bishan Bedi and Venkata Raghavan and Prasanna them used to play, enough spinner India play one time, man. It
No, as
happened.
I said, me never born them time.
No,
So
but
I ask
you know,
you as the guru.
and I'm
you born
telling you,
for me, and-
yes, India used to pick team with one pace bowler. One out and out pace bowler and then spin.
And 20 wickets fall. Yeah, so
I
and
don't
20 wickets fall
remember,
at the day.
Rooney. I don't. But here's the question I want to ask you.
Ask the question.
If it was a wicket where 20 wickets had fallen because the wicket green and grass upon it, and
But that's what I say, Orville. We have seen green wicket, we have seen condition suiting bowlers, and 20 wickets never fall. Me never see it.
Rooney,
If
you
it
keep
happen,
saying
yes,
it.
and me never see it.
I am sure two team bat one day in a test cricket already. You're going like it's a fact that you know. Me don't know that.
Me
Nothing
never
wrong with the
see
wicket, Baba.
it. Me never say that happen. Listen to the words that come out of
And so
me
you
never
keep-
say it now. Me never see it.
And the fact
No modern
so,
cricket, me
so
never
don't
see
build a
it.
monument on what you're not see me, boss. All I'm saying.
So you can't say when I look at the game, Orville, I am saying this is not suited for test cricket.
So when Western
Honestly,
is
it's not.
when Western is get lose matches in a two day, a bad wicket.
You see, say about them can't bat,
Then about the two side can't bat the spin, brother.
and I don't what.
The two sides were unable to bat the spin on the pitch. Pakistan knew them would have struggled to, but them think we would struggle more than them.
Orville, as a guru, I say them things, I'm a boss.
But
It can't be far more impressive to win a Pakistan on a wicket like that compared to down in Australia.
Yeah,
Me not gonna support
all
that
right,
one,
we-
Orville.
we-
I mean, I tell you, every time you talk Bramble, me I go call you and tell you, me not believe, me not support that.
All right.
I mean, I support that one, Orville.
We
You
not
see
go,
me?
we not
And
go.
then you are called for more spinners are playing and Western is a set. Orville, Western is set wicket for them spin.
in
When
Guyana
Western
and in Trinidad.
themselves cannot bat spin, who them are going to play against?
But we have proven that our spinners can outbowl the other team. Spinners, we see it happening at the test match what day. So if we set a spin, if we
So if
can,
it's set, and that's what me I ask.
If
Who
we
are
can-
we going to play against when we set it?
here's what me.
England, bat spin better.
But you
now.
asked me the question
This
and you're not
modern
giving a
day.
chance. When we are playing certain teams like South Africa, who are not known to be the best
And
players,
I believe South Africa can bat spin. This present West Indies team can bat spin like South Africa present team.
who is a better?
So we're gonna lose again, Arville.
Who is a better team at batting spin, West Indies or Pakistan?
Pakistan.
Well, you see what happened at that second.
I mean, I tell you, it's because of the wicket, my boss. Anything goes.
Well, set somewhere them wicket then. When South Africa come or England come.
Set somewhere.
Yeah. And when
Yeah,
we
but
have a
that's the
chance
thing
to
about
get some
it,
better results.
Because
if we set
Arville,
fast
when
wicket,
you
we
look on
can't
it,
beat
when you look
South
on it.
Africa, my boss.
But hold on, Arville, when they look on it, where the touring teams, where them go? Which are the India go?
But that's what I said to you. Bring them a Guyana, set a dust bowl because you're
Yeah,
not
but
going to beat
they
South
don't
Africa.
them go, them go, you know.
But what kind of pitch it
We want
was,
to India,
Rooney?
where them feel comfortable, you know.
Rooney, I'm saying one thing. When South Africa come,
Me just believe.
why are we setting fast wicket for Banner get lick in our head? We have no chance. We have not beaten South Africa in the West Indies for about 30 years now. I mean, I say our best chance against a team like that.
Yeah, the rest
Set a dust bowl.
the rest of the world just better that way,
spin
you
it
know.
out.
You understand me? And we are playing catch up. You understand me? How we're going to catch up is to get better batting. You understand me? The bowling can do a thing.
Did I say we don't forget better batting?
So as I said, no.
We don't forget better batting.
The world pass. You know, this is how we are going something there. Beat him. Just get better batting.
But I agree with you.
I'm saying
with that?
I don't believe with Pakistan win is a better win than Australia. That's what I'm call for say.
All right, my boss.
You understand?
We fundamentally.
Me don't agree with it.
All right, cool.
I mean, too much people are going to agree with your side of the argument.
The rational ones will. But make we hear what
the rational ones.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess I'll be rational then.
Yes.
All right.
You're more excited about the pace than the speed. Simple.
No, it's not about more excited. It's not about more excited about the pace than the spin.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Then
it's the quality.
Of the team.
I don't think Warwickon is that good.
Big man.
I honestly don't believe he's that good.
I am not. It is precisely because we not think him that good. Why we feel
so because him not
more impressed
him not
with
that good and him can do that. That tell you what about the wicket. It tell you about the wicket, not the bowler.
Why did we bat and bowl on the wicket better than them?
Just listen to what me and man Orville. The fact that Warwickon can do that, it tell me about the wicket and not the bowler.
So you were not impressed that we handled that bad
the
wicket?
off spinner, Sinclair, it tell me about the wicket and not the bowler. That's just my opinion. Don't give up on my opinion. We could hear somebody else. We could hear somebody else. Me go jump off.
Yeah, leave it.
All right.
So maybe you want to think about that and thing. Me no hear nobody comment on the young Higgins or himself. 676 6968. You can call that. Or 613 9129. Any one of those numbers. And hopefully you'll be in the system. All right. But no, we take the break. We're coming back.
Blessings. Have you been blessed by the Real Talk Show with Bishop Manning? Well, you can listen to the Real Talk Show Mondays to Fridays, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the Omega Radio app. Just go to your app store and look for Omega Radio or listen live on the Omega Church Broadcasting Network website. That's www.omegachurchradio.com. You can also watch on Facebook at Omega Church. On YouTube, you can watch the live church service at Omega Church or Omega Radio. You can also call us at 876-319-1148 or 876-613-9129. The toll-free number is 877-494-0253. That was a paid advertisement by Omega Radio.
The Kiwanis Club Sunshine City Portmore and Kiwanis Builders Club Signature Project 2024-2025 Happy Smiles Confident Students presents these oral hygiene tips. 1. Brush thoroughly twice a day with a soft brittle toothbrush. 2. Use a floss to clean between teeth twice a day to remove plaque from areas a toothbrush cannot reach. 3. Eat a balanced diet. This will keep your teeth and gums healthy. 4. Parents, guardians, take your child to visit your dentist and/or hygienist at least twice a year for a professional cleaning and examination. The Happy Smiles Confident Student Signature Project 2024-2025 is sponsored by the Kiwanis Club Sunshine City Portmore and the Elsha Heights Builders Club.
Praise the Lord and God bless you. This is Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning I from Omega Radio. We'd like to inform the listening audience that effective immediately, KLAS Radio is officially Omega Radio now. You are listening to Omega Radio. Tell everybody, the station where Jesus Christ is the star. God on Sports. Sensible. 89 FM, Jamaica. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we go back online. Let me give you an update in the game. The Windward Islands are 150 for 8. I'm not sure how the wickets have been shared because the feed that we're getting, we're not seeing the breakdown of the wickets. Anyway, we go back. We go to the selections first. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for People Who Dream in Color. And the first one is Jesus is the Rock by Ryan Mark. And it also features John Mark Wigan.
Boy, my brother, things tough out the street, you know. Oh, yeah, so man. It's like sometimes I say, God, you're there, you know, really and truly, I want to open up. I one thing I keep praying. But if you tell the truth, me never think I'm here while I'm on God no more. Yeah. I am a while I'm on me. Mighty God.
Jesus is the rock that keeps me steady. Come wake up down at the house and the Lord become me ready. Jesus is the rock, yeah, that keeps me steady. Yeah. Come we go down at the house and the Lord because me ready. Me can't wait to see the light. Me need for go to church because me have to get me head right. Last week I just beer fight. 6 years of sunlight and they coming like a beer night. How where you think me go in at times like this? Who you think me go to when I want find peace? Got to go down on my knees. Jesus is the rock that keeps me steady. Come we go down at the house and the Lord because me ready. Jesus is the rock that keeps me steady. Come we go down at the house and the Lord because me ready. Whoa, yeah. Church for me, I know it's not an option. The worship atmosphere, me get the answers. Build up my faith and put it in action. I want a joy for no say enemy one. Where 2 or 3 are gathered stronger than the one. No compromising, cause together we are strong. One can chase a mob, but 2 can chase 10,000. Jesus is the rock that keeps me steady. Come we got down at the house and the Lord become ready. Jesus is the rock that keeps me steady. Come we go down at the house and the Lord because me ready. And mama rock, yes, mama rock. Stronger than a column, woman, know we never drop. Sheriff in a town, yes, and got the city lock. I am alone, me call on him, we did the band that to mommy. Mama rock, yes, mama rock. Captain on my ship, I must stabilize my dock. I am my guide, the path, and I protect me round the clock. Jesus Christ, him are the solid rock. Son. Jesus is the rock that keeps me steady. Come we go down at the house and the Lord become me ready. Jesus is the rock that keeps me steady. keeps me ready. Jesus is the rock that keeps me steady. Come we go down at the house of the Lord, we can be ready. Jesus.
All right, then. So that is Ryan Mark featuring John Mark Wigan. And we remind you of the numbers 676-6968 or 613-9129. Let's go back online. Hello. Well, clearly that's not our caller. Let's try again. It's dropped. What's happening? Oh, it just dropped or it get caught. Whoever that was, call us back. We can only implore you. 613. I'm hearing something bleeding out, miss. Okay, so let's try again. 613-9129. 676-6968. I'm hearing some calls coming through. Hopefully, this time they won't be dropped. 676-6968 or 613-9129. What do we do, Miss B? All right, we try again. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, Villa, David. What going on, man?
How you doing, David?
I'm good, man. Still concerned about your favorite cricketer, you know.
Who is that?
You know your favorite cricketer, man. How go on, so?
My favorite cricketer make 141 last night, brother. Shut up some people. Why should I be concerned with him? The man that make 140 last night. Eh?
You could have fooled me, man.
No, man, they're not. Who you hear me talk about more than me talk about that, man, brother?
The B, man, the B.
Eh?
The B.
My favorite cricketer in the modern game made 141 last night. Yep.
Well, I'm sorry, man. But I'm here to talk, man. You know about it.
No, man. Bonner is the cricketer that I get along with the best with, but he's not my favorite cricketer overall. Now, Steve Smith may admire the most as a cricketer, man. But Bonner is Steve Smith is my favorite international player in the world. Bonner is my brother as a person, and a man who me think.
Yeah.
You know.
So what the position with him now?
He's recuperating from an injury.
Yes, I hear. So I was at a game, a T10 game there.
Yeah.
I hear some people are saying he was supposed to play in that game yesterday, but an injury.
Yeah, man. He's still in training. So maybe after the first couple of rounds, you may or may not see him. I could see how that.
Yes. So through your link, start with him, I call to confirm that information.
Yeah, man. He's recuperating.
Yeah, man. Hope he gets back on the circuit very soon.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe Banner gonna cuss me about this, but I don't know how many people know that Banner was involved in a car crash when he nearly killed him. Banner, if you're not, but then enough people know. So I know not to hide. Banner, if you saw the car, that Banner's car, you couldn't believe anybody came out of that car alive.
Okay.
It was, put it this way, I have never seen a car damaged that bad, and people come out of that vehicle with as little injury as Banner did. So the father never read the female.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope him get back in
I
the
will say no more than that. Eh?
So I hope him get back in the limelight. You told me quite a while ago saying I'm playing best cricket here.
Boy, with his rate of injury concerns now and a year or two further down the road. Let's see.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Orville. Big up.
Yeah, man. I could left it right. All right, so we go back online again. 676-6968 or 613-9129. Those are your numbers. 613-9129 or 676-6968. I wonder if I could have two people debating West Indies in Pakistan and Australia beating Australia in Australia. Which of those three wins was a more impressive team effort? And I would say easily the one in Pakistan. 3 spinners in Pakistan outbowled the Pakistan spinners. We never expect that. We never expect that with tailenders would top score in the test match. Only the second time that ever happened in the history of Test cricket. The first time it happened was in the first game of the series. Craig Brathwaite realized that he had to play out of character, the kind of shots them with the man them that play another game there, in order to set up a score. Reverse sweep, regular sweep. In other words, they were playing completely out of character to a West Indies play. Now, most the more impressive win, man. Anyone who watch the game and agree, we don't understand cricket. Back online. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Turn down the noise behind you, please. Do you have a radio on? Hello? Oh, Lord. It dropped again. We keep trying. 676-6968 or 613-9129. 676-6968 or 613-9129. So as I was saying, if you watch that test match, where the West Indies players decided that, listen, as a team, we can't bat the way we normally bat. As a team, we have to find different ways to bat the cricket bat. Craig Brathwaite, who is known as one of the slowest batsmen in the history of cricket, decided that, listen, if we're going to have a ghost of a chance, we're going to have to be more positive. And that message ran right through the team, but not just positive with regular stroke play people. Reverse sweep. Never in the history of West Indies cricket has there ever been so many batsmen from 1 to 11 who went out there sweeping the cricket bat. Reverse sweep in the cricket bat. The entire batting approach for scratch out that 260 that we're making at the second innings is one of the most unconventional innings in the history of West Indies cricket. The thought and the planning that went into that second innings, unheard of in a West Indies cricket. Then Roach, who had gotten 3 wickets earlier in the game, got injured. And so we were now left with only 3 frontline bowlers, all spinners. For them now run by Pakistan, 230 yards. That, as a team effort, cannot be compared with what going on in Australia. And if you understand the team, understand the team. We're coming back, though, after the break.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
Rio Grande to the south coast, hotel workers and man we're off boat. This a for the craft vendors, red cap porters and transportation at airport. Jamaica tourism pension plan, building towards the future. For tourism workers across the island, retirement benefits to contributions. Every worker in the industry, permanent self-employed contract. For your service you deserve security. Yes, you do. Tourism workers pension plan. Build a bright future. Yes, you can. Tourism workers pension plan. Workers invest through contribution. All tourism workers, age 80 to 59. Tourism workers pension plan.
Start making your contributions for a brighter future.
For further information, visit mot.gov.jm or call 876-920-4926 to 30.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Book and Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we try again with a prayer. Miss B, you probably need to pray about these lines because sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. 676-6968. I need somebody to tell me what message are you hearing when you call. Or 613-9129. 613-9129 or 676-6968. While we await, we are seeing the Jamaica team doing well against this Windward's team. Windward's trailed by 170. They are 160 for 8. With I think let me tell you how the breakdown of the wickets is going. Here we go. So Blackwood get 3 for 20 yard. Minley get 2 for 20 yard. And there's 1 wicket apiece for Barnes, Royal, and Odin Smith. So the wickets have been shared around, but Blackwood is clearly the surprise bowler in this mix. Didn't open the bowling, as somebody was suggesting. I think it was Odin Smith and Marquino, mainly who opened the bowling. But let's try again, Miss B. All right. Hello? Hello?
Yes, my boss.
Yeah, man. Who this again?
Wolf of North Street.
Wolf of North Street. How you doing?
Boy, your way come like it break down out here, out in the Kingston,
It break down.
Yeah, I hear you on the airwaves.
Oh Lord.
But did I hear you up to probably 2 o'clock or so forth? Maybe up to 2 o'clock. Now I hear you again. But watch this now, boss. The man we called you earlier asked you about the 20 wickets.
Yes.
20 wickets. The 20 wickets was a record,
Oh, it was a record.
20 wickets.
Yeah.
20 wickets in one day was a record.
Right.
And the record before that was, I think, 17 wickets, which was the test match before that.
Yes.
I remember we did lose 17 wickets. We did lose and take 17 wickets. I think with we and Pakistan, the test match before, the first test match.
Yes.
That was the record before the 20 wicket come broke it.
Yes.
Which is the second test match. I think before that, I don't want to tell you what the record was, but I want to figure out somewhere around about 15 or something like that.
Okay. I don't know. Well, if it's a record, then it's a record. I don't think it was a bad pitch though. I just think it's people can, but
no man, the pitch is bad, man.
No, I disagree. What makes a pitch a bad pitch?
You know, remember the context is, Pakistan did play England the series before,
No. Before you, no. I'm saying you.
No, but just follow me. Follow me first.
Man, you have to first define what a bad pitch.
Follow me.
No, you're me reasonable. For you to say it is a bad pitch, you've got to tell me what determines bad. But what?
Yeah, man.
Do it your way.
You talk, but follow me, man. Just follow me.
All right, let's work with you.
Yeah. So Pakistan lose the first test match to England. When they make 500 and other, England come back and make 700 and something and beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So here in Pakistan decide that they're going to change up the whole of them cricket. I think them drop out half of them team and pick them two all spinner there and decide that they're going to cook the pitch them. So them start put the pitch them in some greenhouse. The pitch them going on the greenhouse now, which means that the pitch them are turned from day one. No. On to where you want to start hear something from the middle of the argument. Now, the fair competition between bat and ball is where a good pitch are going to be.
What makes a bad pitch?
And as I'm saying, an unfair competition between bat and ball, the ball have the unfair advantage.
So let me.
If the ball turns square from day one, that's an unfair advantage to the bowlers.
Okay. So when the pitch is, then give me a chance now, man.
In a Pakistan test matches,
give me a chance to say something, Wolf.
Test match normally give a flat pitch up until day 4 it starts turn.
All right, but give me a chance to ask you a question. If the pitch is fast and bouncy, and the pace bowlers lick with the team for lick a bit, and you and the other team have some pace bowlers and lick with our team as well, is that a bad pitch?
Yeah, but remember now, what you are talking about is a competition between ball and ball. And me I talk about the competition between bat and ball.
No. I'm saying if fast bowlers get a green top and the ball a bounce and fast and thing, I'm a lick with the opposition cheap. And the opposition have some good fast bowlers and lick me with cheap as well. Does that mean that is a bad pitch?
Competition between ball and ball. May I try to tell you that?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Competition between ball and ball is who have the better fast bowler.
Well, it's who is in on this pitch. It was who had the better spinners and which team back spin better.
But remember now, we're saying what constitutes the good pitch is the good competition.
No.
Competition between bat and ball.
You said a bad pitch is when there is not good competition between bat and ball. Hold on. Let me host the show now, sir. You say a bad.
You can host, but hold on.
Then why aren't you allowing me to ask you the question? I have one question me ask you.
No.
The man take up the.
Call you to argue with you. That's why I tell you, I'm not call your show. I'm in an argument with you.
No, me not. I want to be.
You want to go to Parliament. I'm not going to High Court with you about cricket. You can host the show with me. I'm not doing this part with them, brethren.
Oh, so you want to say, you want to disagree? You want to disagree?
No, I'm not disagree with you. For make a safe life, I'm not disagree with you. Me agree with you, but I'm not argue with you.
So you disagree?
Anything you want to say, I'm not arguing with you.
Oh. So you say it is a bad pitch, but you're not prepared to answer why it's a bad pitch.
Brother, I want to live a peaceful life. I don't want to go around color with you. Next thing you say, I try to take it on for something, man. Me can't believe that.
Here's the thing.
Means I saw you with the history of the thing. It was a record, the 20 wickets.
Yes.
If you want, me not bother something with you. Me like a peaceful life. All right, my boss.
And I'm making your life unpeaceful.
All right, my boss.
Okay. Now that is disappointing. Because the things that I was prepared to reason. Now he says a bad pitch is a pitch where there's not an equal chance with bat and ball. Now apparently, when spinners bowl you down, then that is not an even contest between bat and ball. That he must say, because wicket has spin early. The obvious question I wanted to ask you, and he was not prepared to answer. When pace bowl you down, when the wicket hard and fast and the two team get out cheaply in their first inning, is that a fair contest between bat and ball? Now his answer clearly is going to be no, because if the two team get bowled down cheap, then clearly the ball was winning in both for both teams. But that apparently is not a bad pitch. So in his own description of what a bad pitch is, he realized he wouldn't go down the road with me about when pace bowl down teams. We only say pitch bad when the pitch is turning. But when the pitch is bouncing and flying, as long as it is true bounce, we don't think it is a bad pitch. When West Indies used to run in and liquid teams for 80 or 100 with hole in them, were those bad pitches? Nah, we not say the pitch them bad. We don't say the other man then can't bad. So why is a spinner's pitch? Why the man Craig Brathwaite changed him approach in the second innings and made runs. The tail enders made runs. How can a pitch be bad for batting when your tail enders top score? So people with less skill than the top order made the most runs. We were 60 at 8. And the tail enders them carry to 160 yard. Almost 100 runs between 9-10 jack. Then how is that a bad pitch for batting? Clearly, we can, but the spin, our approach was not the approach. We changed our approach in the second innings. Made 260 yard. What bad about the pitch? Don't get it. And I'm disappointed that Wolf from North Street was not prepared to have that discussion. Man said me I make him want a peaceful life. I wasn't aware that defending your point make for a non-peaceful life. I don't get that. But hopefully he'll call again. All right, so 6139129. We hear one coming through. Let's hope it doesn't get dropped. And enters the system. All right, here we go. Hello.
Yeah, man.
Correction, how you do?
Correction, the correct one.
Yes, man.
What go on, sir?
Boy, I'm there, you know. I'm there.
I only hope Zidane was in studio today because I come a female and would have like how the little man would have schooled him.
Oh, by the way, what you thought about the young again?
Then I hit me and said the little man would have schooled him because the young man was saying exactly what I was saying. Allow the young man, allow Bernie to develop in the G League, hone his craft there, and when he is ready, then you can expose him to the bright lights of the NBA. Yeah. Right now, having him in the NBA, producing what he's producing, with no favor.
But hold on, was Zidane disagreeing with that?
Eh?
Was Zidane disagreeing with that?
Yes, man. Zidane was saying what Zidane was trying to do. Zidane, when I made that point, Zidane was rebutting by saying how I know it is LeBron who wants him to continue playing. And I am saying, based on his production, there is no other logical reason why a coach would insert a young man that is actually have the worst record on the team to play in the NBA. Because there's no other logical reason.
Zidane was saying that some of the other star players were injured and that's why he had to play. You buy that?
And that is another myth. That is another myth that I came to rubbish today because the young man played only in the first quarter. 15 minutes, not no more.
Mm-hmm.
The coach took him out and didn't see it fit to put him back on the court. Now, from the second quarter, go right on to the end of the game.
Oh.
You tell me what you get from that.
No, well, if he started him and took him out and then other people came on to play, then it means that there were always options.
Okay.
Now, how good were those options? That's another argument. But if you start and didn't play again, it would appear that they were options.
Only 15 minutes he played for.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
Good. So, there is a few points that I disagree with the young Higgins on, though.
Yes.
In terms of who will get the regular season MVP.
Hold the line. We could take the break and come.
Yeah, man.
All right, we're coming back after. It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich. All right, for Sports in a Minute, I will just give an update of that Jamaica game against the Windward Islands in the game that's currently going on. So, replying to Volcanoes are now trailing by 163 runs. And they are 174 for 8, so you could work the maths out. 174 for 8, trailing the Jamaican total by 163. So Jamaica in fairly good position at the moment. 3 wickets for Jermaine Blackwood, 2 wickets for Marquino Minley, and Brad Barnes, Javor Royal, and Odin Smith have all taken a wicket apiece. We continue to update you on this first 4-day game of the regional season, Jamaica versus the Windward Islands. That's Sports in a Minute. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosridge.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosridge, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosridge financing.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission, JADCO, needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website, jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Sunday, February 16, 2025 will be pure energy and excitement as thousands hit the streets, running, walking, and wheeling with a purpose. The Sagicor Sigma Run isn't just a road race, it's a celebration of people coming together to make a difference. Don't miss the Caribbean's biggest running event, Sagicor Sigma Run 2025. Visit SagicorSigmaRun.com and register now. Run for the fun, donate for the cause. Sponsored by Walden, Pan Jam, National Baking Company, Reggae Marathon, Catherine Speak, Malay Media, and Whistling Frog.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back with you. Correction?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Right. So I was saying, there are 2 little small things that I disagree with the young Higgins on.
Yeah.
Even though I agree with him that the Joker is playing out of skin, and I would regard Joker as the best player right now in the NBA.
Hold on, before you go there, somebody does text in and say, that a basketball game is 12 minutes, which we know. 12 minutes a quarter. So if Brandy played 15 minutes, how does he play 15 minutes and only play the first quarter?
That is true. 15 minutes, it means that he would have played a touch over that. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
corrected.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, Shea Alexander for OKC, he's the front runner right now for the MVP. And based on where his team is positioned in the West, number 1 spot, the fact that his team is such a young team and basically he's carrying that team on his back, I believe Shea is going to edge out Joker this year in terms of the regular season MVP.
Is he playing better than Joker?
It's up for debate.
It's up for debate.
For debate. Yeah, man. Up for debate. Right. And another thing, I hear a little Jamal student call earlier, trying to call me out on basketball.
Yeah.
And he can't even get his facts right. How can you want to talk to me about basketball when you can't even get your facts right? He's going to say that Denver is number 4 in the league. Sir, you're incorrect. Go and check your facts. Denver is not 4 in the league. Yeah? The Houston Rockets is not 2nd in the league. So before you come to contest, at least get your facts correct, man. You must know the difference between league and conference. You hear?
Yeah.
So go and go change your diapers and come back another day. Yeah? That's all I will say to that girl. Right?
All right.
Yeah, man. But outside of that, the youngster acquitted himself well.
Yeah, man. 16-year-old.
Yeah, man. That's the son. Yeah.
Where's your my son that with you? Where's your my son? Him so like me.
Yeah, man. No. One more thing before I go Higgins.
Yes.
Now, tell me, Mr. Higgins, you are the guru in a cricket.
Yeah.
Tell me now. If a man say a team must seek to stick to a 4-prong bowling attack.
Yes.
Yeah? Where is the space for the spin bowlers? Tell me.
Unless I'm going to play 6 bowlers in the team. Correction, don't make them change their mouth by you. The man them say we should go back to what is our identity. Fast bowling. Now that the spinners win a game down, so don't make them change their mouth. We all heard what they said.
Mr. Higgins, you hear what the man that's about the man them before them go down to Pakistan?
We're going with this like a lollipop bowling. Yes.
Lollipop bowling.
Yeah. And now that the man them do well, I never that them did us.
Never that them did us.
Right,
the man them too
don't use the
wicked,
word.
brother.
Don't use the word when you don't use it a while. Although them use it about me all the time. Keep it civil. The truth is, people, that there were 2 people in particular, and the world know who matter. Who kept being very, almost dismissive of West Indies spinners. Every time the name Nikita Miller used to come up, them used to say, when me I go with Nikita Miller, if them run 2 laps, Nikita can't out them. I remember Nikita Miller is the best, arguably the best in the last 20 years of regional spinners. And we cuss him, say him no good, where we are go with that. Stick with peace and with identity. And now a man is telling you that him never used to say that.
Never used to say these things, eh? You read a man after man saying that for us to go back to the summit of cricket, we have to get back our identity and go back to a 4-prong attack. So the question I want to ask that gentleman, when you have a 4-prong attack, where is the room for the spinners?
Ask him what did he say when the spinners were selected? What was his pre-series comment about the spinners?
The man said tool of the man said whitewash West Indies are going to get down at that. Because I'm going to go with the lollipop bowler them. That's exactly his exact term, sir. Lollipop bowlers.
He's going to deny it.
Right? When I used to come out and say horses for courses. So if the pitch is going to take spin, go with spin. If the pitch is going to take pace, go with pace. The man them say rubbish.
The man them said the only reason why the spinners dominate a year time are because the batsman them can't bat spin. So they don't give them no ratings, none at all. But you know what is funny about this, my boss? Guess what is very funny about these people and how them reason?
Yeah.
At one point when Narayana and Badger were playing cricket, they were the 2 best spin bowlers in a T20. Now, I agree with you that the skills for T20 are different from the skills required for Test cricket.
Test, right.
But here's the point. If we can produce the 2 best bowlers at one point in T20 cricket, right now, in T20 cricket, what a boy name? Hussein is the #1 bowler in the world, you know. And Moti in the whole world. And Moti is I think somewhere, I think 11 or 12. Which means that we have 2 bowlers who are top 15 in the world in T20 cricket, and they are both spinners. It means that our spinners have potential to be among the best in the game if we encourage them, you know. A spin Narayan can be the best in the world in a T20, and a spin Badri use, and a spin Hussein use. As long as our spinners are developed and they want to play Test cricket, them can be as good as anybody else. That I tell you, you know. Because they are a spinner. What makes Narayan and Badger good in T20 cricket would make them good Test cricketers too, you know. Test spinners.
Yes,
you know.
sir.
And Hussein, if you play Test cricket, what do you think?
I agree with you 100%.
Look, and #1 Hussein being in the world as a T20 spinner, you know. What are the skills?
The man them a joker, Orville. The man them is a complete clown.
The same set of skills that makes him the #1 bowler in T20 cricket. Break it down. What does he have? He's deadly accurate. He gets the ball to drift in as a left-arm spinner when you expect it to spin away. Him have a deadly like a Yorker. He varies it. All of them something they in a Test cricket. But we spinner them can't no good, none at all. Joker them.
Exactly. Right? Now, this caller a few minutes ago also called. I think he said something that the pitch was what?
Was a horrible pitch. Was a bad pitch.
No. If the pitch was horrible, Mr. Higgins, how comes the tail end of them bat pan it and run?
That's my point. That's my point.
Huh?
In both test matches, a 9, 10, and 11 make the top score for West Indies. How is that horrible pitch?
They listen to themselves when they matter.
I don't.
The tail enders who is supposed to be the worst of your batsmen.
Yes.
How comes they are the ones who made the bulk of the runs if the pitch was terrible?
There you go.
These people are not thinking before they open up their mouth.
The tail enders went out there with a different mindset and with a different plan and less pressure. And go out there and bat and make the bowling look easy. Our
the man just make you look like a genius in talking, man, because the man them use up the little marbles so them get upstairs, man.
In fairness, it's not the callers that make me look like a genius. I'm a natural genius.
They say you're a genius.
Yeah, well, I know they make me look.
All right, Papa.
Big up still. This be a say laughing. All right, cool. Remember, we have football at 3 o'clock. So we may join Zidane them maybe about 5 to. Maybe about 5 to miss. All right, so let's try again the line 676 69 68. So that's one of the line 676 69 68. And you can also get us. Hopefully, I hear that the 613 number is acting up, but we were getting some calls on it this morning, so maybe it is starting to work again. So 613-9129. Let's go back. Hello. That one got dropped, Miss B. Or it's still there. It's supposed to be there, but it's not coming through. What do we do with that one? We try again. 613-9129. Or 676-6968. We hear the phones coming in. Hopefully that one will come through. In the meantime, the Windward Islands 9th wicket partnership proving to be a little stubborn. They are now 183 for 8. Hopefully we can lick them out for under 200 and go into the second innings with 130 at run lead. Once you're leading by over 100 runs, you should feel pretty good about winning that game. What do we do, Miss B? It's still not coming through. 676-6968. We can only keep repeating the numbers. 676-6968. We're coming close to a break. So let's take that break, that 2:45 break, and we are trusting and hoping on a prayer that the lines will be kind to us. And you, the callers, not to get frustrated enough to the point where you don't call. Because a lot of people are. But continue to keep trying. We're coming back after the break. Come catch the action at the National Stadium on Saturday, February 8, 2025 for the Camperdown Classic, the showcase of sprinters. Come out and support your favorite team or athlete. Adults, $1,000. Children, $500. Come see the best boys and girls compete to make qualifying times for boys and girls champs. The meet will also feature local and international senior athletes. That's the 20th staging of the Camperdown Classic, February 8, 2025.
Set the trend.
The Trend-Setting Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., is Jamaica's #1 call-in sports program. Join me, Orville Higgins, and me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, as we continue to take call-in sports discussions to the highest levels on radio. The Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., on Jamaica's #1 sports radio station. The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. is sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, with locations in Kingston, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, let's go back on the lines. Remember, we're trying to get Zidane. Well, we will be going to Zidane and the crew in another, I don't know, maybe another 10 minutes. Maybe another 10 minutes or maybe 8-9 minutes from now. But I want you all to think about the point that I just made. Narayan and Badre were at one point the number one and number two spin bowlers in the world in a T20 cricket. Akil Hussain is now the number one ranked bowler in T20 cricket. So over the last 2 decades, or less than that, over the last 15 years, we've had 3 people in T20 cricket, 3 different spinners, 1.5 spinner, and there are 3 different types of spinners as well. Now, Ryan the off spinner, Badre the leg spinner, and Akil Hussain the left arm orthodox. All those 3 spinners were at one point in time either the best in the world in T20 cricket or in the top 2 or 3. And I'm saying that the skills needed to be a decent T20 bowler or spinner are not necessarily the same you need for Test cricket, but they are not that far apart. In other words, all the skills you need to be a T20 cricketer are also useful to you in Test cricket. Why are we then saying we spinner them no good? Who says these things are people without brains to think or people who just willfully bias? We have spinners who can do a job for you. And I've said to you, if Nikita Miller was given the chance to play Test cricket, if Warwick can lick with 19 wickets overseas in spin-friendly conditions in a 2-match series, so could Miller. Was not an ordinary bowler. So, I don't want to like me win that argument, but I have, as I always do, whenever there's an argument, just give me time. Give me a few days or a few hours or a few weeks. In some cases, like this one, a few months. Me I go win the argument. Because what is rational and objective will come to the fore sooner rather than later. And this case, I can now say, case closed. Other people can tell lies, say not them did that, them never did that. Bash with spin at them never did that. Say that we all know say I lie them at them. And I forgot the name. You know the 2 persons who were pushing the where we spin at them and go, them not good. Well, they are good enough for bamboozle Pakistan in their own conditions. You know, hug up that egg up on the face as always. What do we do now? Let's try again. Or are we going to Zidane them early, Miss B? All right, 676-6968 or 613-9129. We can only keep giving the numbers, people, I hope. They're trying to get us, Miss B. Or you mean the guys are trying? All right, tell you what we do, Miss B. Since we are going to join them, and since the lines are acting up again, maybe we could get the song in. All right, so Miss B on the phone, trying to get something from the guys in Draxel. That is what is happening at the moment. Can we look at some text, Miss B? What do we do now? Miss B say I must keep talking. Keep talking. Do you know how difficult that is? To just keep talking. Keep talking. All right. I must keep talking. Oh, let me tell you. Oh, here's something to talk about. I understand that Jamaica team has been named. You know, that Jamaica team. Somebody tell me that they're trying to get through and not getting through. So we only have to keep trying. All right, I think the squad has been named. They're trying to find it. The local squad that will be taking on Trinidad. Oh, I'll give that squad, but let's go back to the calls. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Orville, what on?
Oh, this Doc. How you doing, Doc?
Orville. I'm good, man. I do support the thought that we have produced good spinners. Not only those three. Ram Narayan was a good spinner before he developed the back slab injury.
Yes.
And there was this other spinner from Guyana, I don't remember his name, who actually was emerging player of the year, one of the years.
Davendra Bishu.
Bishu was a very good spinner as well. So I think we have produced good spinners. Raja Alpha wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Suleiman Ben could do his thing. So I think we have produced good spinners. I do support that idea. And I think spinners should be given more chance, especially when we're going to the subcontinent.
Yeah.
And the thing is that if we take spinners to Australia, they are, especially off spinners, they are likely to take wickets in Australia because for some reason Australians seem to be more susceptible to
off spin.
To off spin bowling.
Yeah.
So it is indeed true that we have produced
but
good spinners.
I didn't even call Bishu them and Nagamuto them and them man. Me I talk about two man who were the very best in the world at the time. Akil Hussein the best T20 bowler in the world.
A young spinner like Bishu who was the emerging player of the year
2011. I remember
when he broke out.
Yeah.
That means that he had something about him.
Yes, indeed. I don't know where
and
this
I think
idea comes from.
If he wasn't injured, if Ram Narayan wasn't injured, I think Ram Narayan would have had a very good career. But he just had this back injury that just wouldn't go away.
Yes. No man, it's unfair.
But there is no doubt that the teams that tend to dominate international cricket are the teams that have good pace bowlers.
Yes.
Traditionally, but you still necessarily need to have at least one good spinner for the fourth day of a wearing wicket. Because we have had cases where we could have maybe pushed for result in our favor if we had a spinner in our cadre at times.
Big man, the three best teams in world cricket at the moment. Nah, take no test match without a frontline spinner. Not going up. So Australia are gonna play a Lion. England are gonna play whichever spinner is there at the time, whether Bashir or whatever. I will know Jadeja or Ashwin is going to play or whichever spinner. Yeah, I feel have a spinner.
But I think we have this concept. I think we have this concept that whenever we have play matches, we can play bits and pieces, slow bowlers, because we have played people who we expect to do the job of a spinner. You know.
Yes.
More recently we have been playing that batsman that Miglada batsman from down in the Eastern Caribbean. We have been playing him.
You mean Kevin Sinclair?
Huh? No, not Kevin Sinclair, man. The batsman. What's his name again, man?
Hodge.
We played him in the last T20.
Oh.
The one that they're always complaining whether we should play him or play the fat man.
Oh, Rastan Chase.
Chase.
Yeah.
Rastan Chase. So we have made efforts, but what we do, we expect to use bits and pieces spinners to do the job of a spinner. And in all fairness, our bits and pieces spinners, they have done enough that it will really assess things. We should be playing a spinner.
Agreed.
We relied on Carl Hooper with his lollipops to hold on the position as a spinner. And we keep doing that, and I think we should really get a good spinner. Maybe what we should do then is to try and get our spinners to bat a little. Because for some reason, it takes for now.
when Moti and Warrican seem to be able to hold their own.
Yeah.
But Warrican taking wicket is not a surprise to me,
No.
Remember in 2020 when I believe it was the man Santoki once we were playing England. And we were able to defend 110 against India, England with him and Santoki.
In which kind of cricket? That Santoki 2020.
That was T20.
Which Santoki played for West Indies in 2020.
I believe so. I believe they played 1 or 2 matches.
Me not think Santoki played as recent as 2020.
No, not recent. No, but he played that match. He played with that. Warrican was in the match.
Warrican and Santoki played together.
Warrican is not a boy. Warrican is not a boy.
Me never know says Santoki and Warrican would have played together. Me doubt that.
Yeah, I believe they played a match, man.
No, man, check that
At
again.
least 1 match, I believe. I'm gonna check it.
Check again. I mean, I think Santoki played.
Warrican has shown signs that he can bowl.
Yeah.
It's not the first to see Warrican play, and I get the feeling that yes, Warrican.
No, man, them have ability, man. Them have ability, man.
Yeah.
Them have
But I
ability.
think we need to have more willingness to play spinners and stop relying on stopgap spinners
Agreed, sir.
to play.
Agreed.
And sometimes maybe in recent past, sometimes because they don't want to play the fat man, they don't play any spinner.
You see the brethren when they and Kevin Sinclair when they get a game up as well. Kevin can't bowl like Raheem can. Well, none of that. It's not close. Not as deadly accurate. Don't get the bounce. Don't get the speed.
I wouldn't pick. I wouldn't pick the fat man.
Fat man played 10 matches for the West Indies and was man of the match in 2 of them. You know that, right?
Yeah, but you wouldn't get a chance to play if I was picking the side.
Why? Him too fat. You is the next one, Doc. If a man can win test matches for you, he has proven that he can. Why you wouldn't pick him?
Well, he wouldn't get any play. If it's me, he wouldn't get any play in the first place.
Yeah, joke.
Yeah, joke.
Yeah, pick people because of their size or because of their ability.
Because of their fitness.
No, but the man fit enough fit win your games. Then what else more fit man that you want? He's fit enough to take 10 wickets in a game and win you the game. Then then if you get condition where you need speed.
As I say now, and I'm not shy about it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pick him.
All right, boss. Let me leave it right.
I wouldn't pick him because of health concern.
All right.
All right, cool.
The man has played 4-day cricket for about 10 years and him never dropped down on a cricket field. The man has played CPL for as long as CPL are going and him never dropped down on a cricket field. The man play 4-day cricket, go list him play every kind of cricket, including international cricket, and has never dropped down on a cricket field. But we have a doctor that has said you're not playing because of a health concern. What kind? That come a brethren, but that me know you listen. That very bramble. 10 years, because say a 10-year carnival I play. Could be round about there. Never drop down on no cricket field. But you're not playing him because you have concerns about his health. See, me not think that is very. Me think that bramble. It's 3 o'clock coming, and we should be joining the team down at Draxal. But let me give you the team quickly. The team that is named for those games against Trinidad. Wait. Just had it a while ago, so bear with me. As you know, is a all Jamaica team, meaning of local players only. So let me find the squad. Many of the names, many of us may not know because, like I said, is a local squad. Where the team is, man. Where is the team? I had it a while ago. Apparently there's some issue connecting the team with us because it's 3 o'clock now. And the game is supposed to start at 3, so we should be linking them round about now. But apparently there's some issue with the connection. All right, but we're working on it. We're working on it, people. Bear with us. We're working on it. Where the team is. Let me know just have the team in the corner. We're working on it. We're working. Okay, here we go. So the goalkeepers are Shaquan Davis, Benjamin Williams, Joshua Grant, and Jamali Wade. Oh, we're ready for them. All right. So the guys down at Draxall are ready for us. Big up to all of you who called. We understand your frustrations at calling and not getting through, but we continue to work on it. That's all I can say. Big up to Oscar and Miss B, who both work on the other side of the glass. And thank you all for listening. My name is Orville. So. Live coverage of the Ray and Nephew Jamaica Premier League game between home team Mount Pleasant Football Academy and Veer Phoenix is sponsored by Levon Construction and Associates Limited, Main Street, Hopewell, Hanover.
Now here is the Premier League action between the high-flying Mount Pleasant and the faltering Veer Phoenix, if you want to call them that. My name is Christopher Matthews. I'm here to take you through as a commentator. My color commentator is David Nugent, and we'll be shortly joined by Dwight Jeremiah.